My motivation to come to South Africa, bro, was initially political, really trying to be a part of the anti-apartheid struggle. So I had an opportunity to come do some work, and I took it. So when we talk about leadership, emotional intelligence, and dynamic customer service, we're talking about you. One of the first things I recognized when I got to South Africa was that there was a big need for the work that I do, which to a large extent focuses on helping people to build their self-esteem and confidence to accomplish whatever it is that they're trying to do in life. Anything stand out for you, Sipo?
I echoed my sentiments that I felt like I was made a fool.
People of color traditionally, black people, colored people in South Africa have traditionally low self-esteem because of the systems, because of the political systems of the past.
The essence of the work in terms of bridging the gap between black and white South African primarily is really getting people to unpack their past. And that past relates to the apartheid experience. A lot of pain and a lot of anguish has to be dealt with on an emotional level. And in my workshops, people deal with that. So you will often see people literally breaking down in tears, crying as they speak about experiences from the past.
At times I was afraid to talk about it because I'll feel ashamed of myself. And I think it's the right place to talk about it and hope that after I'll be able to live with it. This course has helped me to build my self-esteem. So at first coming in here, I was very frightened and I couldn't stand up and talk. But now I've built up and I'm strong enough to say whatever I want to say.
The nature of the training program that I'm doing here is really dealing with the conflict that has arisen between more senior white managers and a majority black staff. Kunjani Sisi.
Konanjani.
And Kona. Good to see you.
See you too.
All right. Listen, the training, I'm going to step up. Just came to check on the training. I'm going to go upstairs in a minute, but I wanted to just talk to you for a minute about how you feel the training is going.
We've had instances of managers who came in here and, you have to approach them in a certain way, because they come from a different organization where you respect someone because of their position. And we're saying it's not really because of your position, it's how you interact. You actually earn that respect.
If you could imagine managers that are kind of coming from an old school way of managing, if you will, more hierarchical. And if you look at African culture, which is much more participative, there's something called Ubuntu, which is really talking about people working together. The old hierarchical way of managing doesn't really go over well in the new South Africa.
A reality in South Africa is the fact that we come out of cloistered environments, out of silos. And if we don't break down some of the inhibitions that we have and learn to relate to each other, then we cannot sort of realize our full potential.
South African history, I don't think, is that much different from what the black African Americans have been through. So he could relate to the issues that we were going through. So for me, it was a benefit having someone like Charles Henderson run the program for us.
My mission in life is to take the things that I have learned in my life and to share that with others in a way that enables them to improve the quality of their lives, both personally and professionally. That's my mission. And when I talk about what I have learned in my life, I'm not just talking about what I learned at Harvard Business School. I'm talking about what I learned on the corner of Lenox Avenue in Harlem when I was shooting dope at the age of 16. So there's a lot of things that I have learned in my experience that enable me to do what I do. And truth be told, a very small part of it was picked up at Harvard Business School. Harlem has a lot of significance in my life because it was here that I got my early education in street life. At the age of 14, 15, I was coming down here with my friends buying drugs, heroin and cocaine. By the time we were 16, we were using it intravenously, being chased by the police, stuck up at gunpoint, stuck up at knife point, incarcerated in the precinct on 135th Street. So yeah, there's a lot of memories, most of them bad. Standing here in front of the 32nd Precinct brings back memories of when getting high was no longer fun. I spent the night here for possession of a stolen car. The defining moment for me to get out to life was when the police came knocking on my mother's door at 3 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Eve with a warrant for my arrest. It was at that point that I got the wake-up call and realized that there was no way out. There's obviously a lot of brothers and sisters who have experienced what I've been through, and they didn't make it the way I made it. And what I would say to the families and to the friends of those individuals who are struggling today with their drug addiction is don't give up on them. My mother never gave up on me. My grandmother never gave up on me. And that was the strength that I needed to overcome my own drug addiction. I stay because I love it. I love this place, man. I love Africa, and I have really grown to really love South Africa. I love the people, I love the environment, the landscape, the lifestyle, the restaurants, the wine country, and I love the fact that I could do the work that I love and have people benefit from that. That's my reward personally, really. I've been able to make my contribution here. I've done it, bro. If I get on the plane tomorrow morning and that plane don't land, I have already fulfilled my mission, my purpose in life. So I'm cool.